What's a short, clean joke that gets a laugh every time?
Why was the tomato blushing? It saw the salad dressing. I used to hate facial hair, but then it grew on me. What's the best part about being a rabbi? You get to keep the tips. What do a walrus and a Tupperware have in common? They both like a tight seal. Upsweener after he gets out of the shower. Why did the guy laying down in the courthouse need a helmet? He was injury prone. A horse walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Why the long face?" Want to hear a hilarious knock-knock joke? Okay, you start. Remember the guy whose whole left side was cut? He's alright now, thumbs up. What do you do with a wombat? Have a good old game of wom. What's the only cheese that's never yours? Not your cheese. I went to the store to buy a candle holder, but they were sold out. So I bought a cake. I have a joke about construction, but I'm still working on it. My wife found out I was cheating, because she found the letters I was hiding. She said, "I'm never playing Scrabble with you again." What does a fake blacksmith make? Forgeries. What's a pirate's favorite letter? They will inevitably reply R. You'd think so, but his true love will always be the C. A doctor and a lawyer walk into a bar. They both said ouch. When V-shaped flock of birds flies overhead, P1, did you ever notice when birds fly like in a V like that, one side is longer than the other? Do you know why? P2, no, why? P1, because there are more birds in it. Why does 60s music sound best on vinyl? 'Cause it's so groovy, man. A man went to a wizard and asked if he could remove a curse he had been living with for 20 years. The wizard said maybe. Do you remember the exact words that put the curse on you? The man said, I do. Help, I am hunting with my friend and I think he is dead. Calm down, don't panic. First, let's make sure he really is dead. Bang. Bang. Okay, now what? What breed of dog makes the best magicians? A Labracadabrador. A horse walks into a bar. The bartender asks why the long face? The horse replies, my wife just left me. Why do women wear perfume and makeup? Because they are ugly and they stink. When I'm in the middle of a field, I'm outstanding. Horse walks into a bar. Bartender asks why the long face? It used to get more laughs than it does now. This one's not as clean. Have you ever had sex when camping? It's intense. I love all of these. Why won't cannibals eat clowns? Because the meat tastes funny. Termite walks into a bar and asks, is the bartender? A baby seal walks into a club. Two guys walk into a bar. The third one ducks. I know a bad joke about a piece of paper, but it's terrible. Three English cats, named 1, 2 and 3, and 3 French cats, named Un, Deux, Trois, decided to have a swimming race across the English Channel. Which team won? The English team, because Un, Deux, Trois, Quatre sank. No puns for 7 days makes 1 week/week. I've always wanted to work in a mirror factory, it's just something I could see myself doing. What has 5 toes and isn't your foot? My foot. A Mexican-American fireman's twin sons Jose and Jose. What did the fish say when it swam into a wall? Damn. Did you hear about the fire at the circus? It was intense. Intense. Did you hear about the claustrophobic astronaut? He needed a little space. My dog ate my flashlight yesterday. He barked with delight. How do you get a tissue to dance? Just put a little boogie into it. How do you keep an imbecile in suspense? What's brown and sticky? A stick. Probably some fart in the middle of a random moment. How did the pig get to the hospital? In a ambulance. From my daughter when she was 8 years old. What's brown and sticky? A stick. My neighbor has 2 Rottweilers, Rolex, and Timex. They're his watchdogs. So, a horse walks into a bar and the bartender says, hey, what's with the long face? Why do Italians hate Jehovah's Witnesses? Italians hate all witnesses. 5 ants rented an apartment with 5 other ants. Now there are 10 ants. I was up all night trying to figure out what happened to the sun, then it dawned on me. I once cut down a tree just by looking at it. It's true, I saw it with my own eyes. What's brown and sticky? What's brown and sticky? A stick. You want to hear a dirty joke? A kid fell in the mud. What's the difference between an onion and a politician? Cutting up onions makes people cry. Two guys walk into a bar. One ducks. Knock knock. Who's there? Doorbell repairman. What's ET short for? Because he has little legs. What do you get when you drop a piano down a mine shaft? A flat miner. One casket said to the other, "Was that you coffin?" Most churches are one-stop buildings, most libraries are multi-story buildings. Time flies like an arrow. But fruit flies like a banana. A guy walks into a bar. Bartender says, "What'll you have?" Guy says, "Gimme rum and coke." Bartender says, "Pepsi okay?" Guy says, "Sure, whatever." Bartender says, "Great. One Pepsi and Coke coming right up." Cemeteries are popular this season, people are dying to get in. Lamborghini pork chops. It's a work thing, but my name badge says Tex, preferred name, not my real one, and I would constantly get the question, "Are you from Texas?" I would hear that question at least twice a day, so with my second badge, I printed stickers that said Tex, not from Texas, and it always gets a chuckle. What do you call it when one cow spies on another cow? A stakeout. A blind guy walks into a bar. A cringe joke, but Earl, it's funny when you're expecting the normal ending. Why did the chicken cross the road? Bwalsks, in a chicken impression. Why do Canadians always do it doggy style? So they can both watch the hockey game. What's brown and sticky? A stick. Why don't witches wear panties? To get a better grip on their brooms. How many sudoeds does it take to screw in a light bulb? None, it's already lit. Haha, sudoed, victory hand. I blew through a stop sign and got pulled over. Cop said, "Didn't you see the stop sign back there?" I said, "Sure officer, but I don't believe everything I read." One of Stephen Wright's best. What's the definition of an agnostic dyslexic person? Someone who isn't sure if there really is a dog. So two pigs were rolling in the mud and oh wait, that's a dirty joke. Two newborns, a boy and a girl, are lying in their beds in the maternity ward. One says to the other, "I'm a boy baby." The girl says, "How do you know?" The boy baby says, "Look," and lifts up the blanket so the girl can look underneath and says, "Blue booties." The other day we had a guy come into the ER after he swallowed a bunch of tiny toy horses. We discharged him in stable condition. Where does a general keep his armies? In his sleeves. I used to have a soap addiction. I'm clean now. How many Tusken Raiders does it take to screw in a light bulb? I don't know, they work single file to hide their numbers. What do you call a fish with no eyes? FSH. A fish walks into a bar. Bartender asks, "What will you have?" Fish say with a raspy voice, "Water." A dwarf clown with a mop and bucket. Combination animal hospital and taxidermist shop. Either way you get your pet back. That's what she said. I'm retired. I was tired yesterday and I'm tired today. I'm retired. A feather duster, pretty short, used to clean, and it always gets a laugh when you use it on people. One of my favorites that I heard was, once you reach a certain age you start thinking of the hereafter. I go into the kitchen and think to myself, what am I hereafter? What did the nurse say when she found a thermometer in her pocket? Some butthole's got my pen, originally a dollar hole. Sign behind a cash register, "In God we trust. All others must pay cash." Two short people were arguing. I believe they had a little disagreement. A dwarf psychic is on the run from the cops. Headlines report small, medium at large. My fav, 3. Hedgehogs. Why can't they share the hedge? The Flat Earth Society has branches all around the world. What's red and smells like blue paint? Red paint. Why do Norwegian ships have barcodes on them? So they can scan the Navy in. My grandfather has the heart of a lion. And a lifetime ban from the zoo. Alligators live over 50 years, so there's a good chance they will see you later. Woozle Woozle got a chuckle. No one takes my PhD in document forgery seriously. My wife had jelly in one ear and custard in the other. She was a trifle dead. What building has the most stories? A library. I DK about the best, but today my father tried what's brown and sticky. With little success, but my follow-up of what's green, and smells like brown paint, got a decent reaction. We named our dog Egypt. He leaves a pyramid in every room. There were 2 peanuts in an alleyway. One was assaulted,